Hi everyone. There's been some lot of drama going on regarding this family, this fellow by the name of Hasanat and his wife by the name of Abdullah, which means mother of Abdullah. And it came to my attention that Mohammed Hijab has actually made a video about this fellow, and there's been some interesting things that happened, and I wanted to talk about this because it kind of reminded me a lot of what some of the things I went through. So I wanted to share my analysis and just show you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is breaking news on the issue of Abdullah and Hasanat. Now we're here in Al-Madad Outreach because we were dealing with this case with Sheikh Moinul, who is the president of this outreach program and who has done a splendid job in being able to negotiate between different parties and finally being able to negotiate a confessionary video that has come up on Abdullah's page after we have had, we can confirm that we've had communications through Moinul with the family, and what has transpired and what is...
So what has happened here is Mohammed Hijab and this Islamic Institute, Al-Madad Institute, is trying to get a confession. So it seems like what has happened is this individual by the name of Abdullah had posted some stuff on Instagram on another account without her niqab. Now, because of this, she's in a lot of hot water now, and it seems like the approach that these people are taking is this, okay? So they made her make a public confession about her husband. This is her husband, and the statement she's making is that he was an agnostic and he pressured them, or he was basically trying to deconvert them from Islam or something like that.
Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. I just want to let you all know that I'm truly sorry about everything. And after speaking to Ustad Moinul and my family, I've decided that I want to tell you all the truth. I can confirm that the statement below is the truth. And about Hasanat saying that he was an agnostic, and he coerced me and his other wives into believing that we were agnostics too throughout some parts of our marriage. I'll be clarifying other claims soon. Assalamu alaikum.
So let's see a little bit more of what he has to say.
Now, almost without a shadow of a doubt clear, is that number one, Hasanat, at least at one point of his life, especially when he was doing the Ruqya services, he was an agnostic, according to his own confession. And we saw this as a video, not even black and white, it was a colored video with audio and video.
Okay, yes, it was. We understand the evidence was black and white, it was clear, but the video was in color. We understand that. What he's trying to say is that it's clear that at one point Hasanat was agnostic. Now, we all know that faith goes up and down. It's not constant. It doesn't remain the same. There's even a hadith that says that, you know, I think it was Abu Bakr and another companion who came to Muhammad, and they said, you know, when we're with you, we feel like there's angels, right? We can see the angels, but when we leave and we go back to our families, then, you know, our iman goes down, right? Our faith goes down. And he said, you know, if it was always the same, something like you would be angels or something, or the angels would be shaking your hand. So this is quite normal, right? Like many people have doubts. I actually know some ex-Muslims that returned to Islam. I know one of the guys I met, he was a Muslim, and he actually had serious doubts. He was talking to some atheists, and this was when I first was about to leave Islam, and I was actually in the middle, and I met this guy, and I went to his house, and we talked for hours and hours. This guy had very serious doubts about Islam, but he was able to resolve them and come back to Islam. So this does happen. Like, people do, come in and out of Islam sometimes, and they don't necessarily tell anyone, because they're able to resolve the issues and come back to Islam. And it's quite possible that this is the situation with Hasanat, that maybe he left Islam for some short time and he came back to Islam. From what I can see, he is very much Muslim. He's very much a practicing, believing Muslim.
We can't release that video because it's protected for some reason, for legal and otherwise. But we are absolutely sure that he apostated from the religion of Islam at least one time. At the same time, of course, he's profiting from Islam and from Muslims. Yes, he's profiting from Islam and he's profiting from Muslims. Doing Ruqya services, £300.
Okay, Ruqya services is when you pay somebody and they read Quran over you. So you pay them like £300, and they're like they exorcise the demon from you. So what I think is actually quite funny about this is he's saying that this guy was tricking Muslims into doing Ruqya. I'm sorry to say, all Ruqya is a rip-off. All Ruqya is a fraud. There is no legitimate Ruqya that does anything. It's all a scam. Ruqya does nothing. If you have a disease, let's say you get tuberculosis, TB, are you going to ask someone to do Ruqya for you? Like, measure the level of bacteria in your body and see as you die day by day, and do as much Ruqya as you want. Your body will not heal. Give it antibiotics, you will see the number of bacteria dropping rapidly until it's completely gone from your system, right? So clearly, diseases are material, and I don't want to go on too much about this, but come on, Ruqya, if the guy was doing Ruqya, like this, it's all in people's minds. If they feel better by paying somebody, like, they're wasting their money. But you can't say he's scamming people. Like, all of it is a scam. Come on, man.
£400. Crook! Wallah.
Yeah, it's all crook, man.
You're a crook. You are a crook. You are a crook.
Okay, we get it.
And you are a fraudster.
Okay, we get it.
Each and every single one of you out. Wallahi, we will call you out and we will catch you. Because part of our da'wah is not just to find the disbelievers. The disbelievers who are a'da. The enemy is disbelievers, but also to find...
You hear that, guys? Enemy is disbelievers. This is Islam. This is the system of life it brings you. The enemies are the disbelievers. In the 21st century, we still have people walking around saying, the enemies are the disbelievers. Like, what a beautiful religion, Mohammed Hijab.
And the munafiqun of the ummah, that they're creeping around pretending to be Muslims. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Don't ever come out. Any retraction you do now.
Okay, it's okay. I understand you're triggered. Please calm down. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. You just need to say it one time. We understand. Munafiqun are finished. Okay, the hypocrites. The problem is your religion created this very problem of the munafiqeen. Your own religion did this because it forces people to pretend by putting heavy penalties on those who leave the religion. Right? And I'm going to talk about my story, and I want to talk about what's going on here, but let's hear a little more.
Switch off your social media. I don't want to see your face. I don't want to hear your voice. Wallahi, wallahi, you're a crook and a fraudster. What happened with the 300,000?
Okay, so what happened to $300,000 is £300,000 is these guys, they went to Burma, and they raised £300,000, and they explained, both of them, what happened to the money. The explanation is right there. You can look it up. The video is right there. Full explanation is right there. So this is not a valid concern as far as I know. I really want to talk about this whole issue with the family and how these Muslim family, these Muslim, da'is, these scholars, these Muslims in general, how they meddle with families, and they want to break up families. Anytime there's someone that's leaving Islam, or they want to break them up. Like in my case, And in this case, you know, there's kids involved, you know, there's young kids, there's a happy family that's being destroyed because of people like this, right? They want to break up the family. So in my case, what happened was, when I left Islam, you know, some people actually told my wife that she needs to leave me because of the kids. So what did they think? I'm not going to be a part of my kids' families after we break up or something? You know, it's kind of disturbing that they were actually trying to say you guys should not be together because oh, he's left Islam or whatever. And that's what the religion teaches, right? It teaches that a non-Muslim man cannot be with a Muslim woman. So if a Muslim man leaves Islam, then they have to break up. Technically, if I became Christian, it still would be a problem. But if she was Christian and I was Muslim, then it's fine. So, you know, there's additional limitations on Muslim women. They cannot be with non-Muslim men. In my case as well, you know, other than people telling my wife, I had people meddling with a relationship and trying to break us up. I had, you know, a certain guy that would keep tagging my wife in certain conversations in order to try to upset her with some of my new views, right? And try to, like, you know, create what they call fitna or problem in the family, right? And I even had one guy call me up on the phone and say that, Muslim guy, that your wife is halal for us now, meaning even though you're married to this woman, because you're not Muslim, Islam has invalidated your marriage and she's technically halal, meaning we can actually propose to her despite the fact that you're legally married. Now, obviously in Canada that would be illegal because I'm already married to her and, you know, he cannot marry her. But, you know, he's just saying, like, I don't care I don't care about that. What I'm saying to you is that you are not legally married in Islam, so therefore your wife is you know, not off boundaries. Like, you know, basically we can try to get your wife from you, which was pretty upsetting and pretty kind of, you know, disturbing for someone to even say that to you. So my, you know, I honestly think this is why religion is. This is one of the worst things in religion. This is one of the worst parts of it, is that when it causes problems in families, when people, you know, these people get involved and try to break up happy families, you know, someone's faith should be their own personal business and should have nothing to do with it. Whether, you know, they believe or disbelieve, whether the man disbelieves or has some doubts, like, this is nonsense. We live in a world where, you know, like, it should be fine for Muslims and to be with non-Muslims to be with, you know, Hindus to be with Muslims, and Muslims to be with Christians, and Christians and Jews to be married and living together. We should get past this, you know, this ridiculous tribalism where, you know, a black man cannot marry a white woman, two men cannot, you know, be together, or two women cannot be together. Like, we're in the 21st century. Like, there's no need for these ridiculous, outdated, you know, nonsense laws that all they do is create problems. And these you know, wicked men, that all they do is create problems in families and try to break them up. Clearly, these people didn't want to break up, but now there's pressure on them to break up from others, right? Everyone's trying to push them and force them and get involved and make a mess out of the whole situation, right? So, you know, in a way, I'm very, very grateful and thankful that my wife is a convert to Islam, so she didn't have this family pressure to leave me, right? She had the friends pressure, but she didn't have the family pressure. So I'm very thankful for that. But this is honestly just a disturbing situation, and, you know, families breaking up over nonsense like this.
Brother, I'm not going to call you brother. Boy. If you come out and try and reject what we're talking about, wallahi, uqsimu billahi al-azim, we will finish the situation from an evidentiary perspective. Don't try it, boy. You're done. You're finished. Ya munafiq. A'udhu billah mink.
So much venom and hate, and, you know, this is all I can say is, this is what religion does to you. This is what it does. Like, it just creates this toxic mindset where you're suspecting everyone's a munafiq, right? Anyways, I don't have much more to say about this. All I have to say is, like, you know what, like, stay out of other people's personal marriages, stay out of their lives. Let them live their lives. Leave them alone, okay? Let them deal with their own problems. Stop messing with them, because what's going to happen, you're going to find more people leaving Islam, because all it does is create problems. Created problems for me, it's creating problems for these guys. We don't need it. We don't need Islam. Thanks for watching. This is Abdullah Samir signing out.